Hello, my name's Tom. I'm a sports nutritionist here at Discount Supplements. Now I should start by apologising. I haven't done a video for 2 or 3 weeks and there's been a bit of a restructure, and actually there's some exciting things in the pipeline which I'll introduce in the not too distant future. But because of this poor structure, I thought, well, let's do something I can structure, and that's my diet or my eating plan. And for your interest, if it's of interest, I'll give you an average day of mine. Now, in the morning I wake up a bit tired, I'm flagging a bit, and I need a boost. So the first thing I do is have some orange juice, or about 125 ml of apple juice or orange juice, or a fresh juice basically. This increases blood sugar levels, actually relatively gradually, which in turn increases insulin, the anabolic hormone. Now, the anabolic hormone, insulin, actually enhances the absorption of protein. So I then follow that up with a whey protein. And the classic example, great example, is Optimum Nutrition 100% Gold Standard Whey. This delivers 24 grams of protein per serving. I then follow this up with some porridge oats, maybe about 30-40 grams of porridge oats with some semi-skimmed milk, and this should see me through energy-wise until mid-morning or midday. When it comes to mid-morning, I start to get what I call the triple M, which is mid-morning munchies, where I'm absolutely ravenous and I need something. So I opt for a little snack. I have a rice cake with a couple of teaspoons of peanut butter, some sliced banana, maybe half a small banana, and perhaps a drizzle of honey on top. That'll see me through till lunchtime, which at that point I need to stop my muscles being drawn upon for energy. What happens when your glycogen stores start to run out, your body starts to draw from the amino acids in your muscle. They give off 4 calories of energy, yes, the same as carbohydrate. It's known as an Atwater figure, but naturally your muscles deplete and become smaller because of that if it goes on for a period of time. So stop that, nip it in the bud by having a good protein source, good carb source, starchy carbs, slower releasing, some mixed veg, and a great ideal meal would be something like basmati rice, slightly lower glycemic index, slower releasing, with a whole grain rice. Mix it with some diced or chopped up chicken breast, chuck in some mixed veg of some sort. It doesn't have to be bland, so have a couple of teaspoons of, say, sweet chili sauce, stir through maybe a teaspoon or 2 of soy sauce to enhance the flavour, and also get some essential fatty acids. So you could stir in some olive oil, or ideally Optimum Health Omega Oil Blend. Now this delivers the optimum ratios of omega 3, 6 and 9 fatty acids. Stir some of that through, you've got a delicious meal which is completely nourishing for what you need. On to mid-afternoon. Again, I'm hungry, so I have a moderate to quick releasing sugar. Incidentally, fruit actually is slower releasing, but I'll go for 2 small tangerines, which is about a portion, about a fist-sized apple, which is a portion, or you could go for 2 smaller apples, and I'll have a quick releasing whey protein. Again, you could go for Optimum Nutrition, or you could have Optimum Health Ultimate Whey, or XL Nutrition Extra Whey Protein. They're all great, 70 to 80% sources of protein. Alternatively, you could have a satiating protein bar. XL Nutrition's Extra Protein Bar is a great option, delivering 25 grams of protein per serving. Once you've had this should see you through to your evening meal, fuel your gym session. If you're like me, you're training in the evening. But once you get home after the gym, obviously you've had a whey protein shake, but this obviously depends on your protein requirements. Don't exceed your recommended protein requirements per day. Once I get home, I'll have another protein source, carbs, fat and veg. Now actually you can get your fat, your essential fats, and your protein in one source if you go for something like a red meat, a steak, or a beef, or something like that. Bear in mind, red meats can be dangerous if you have too much. So try not to have more than 2 or 3 portions a week at most. Now, a good plan or meal would be perhaps 100 grams of thin-cut beef or steak, perhaps 250 grams of egg noodles, 160 grams or half a bag of stir-fry veg, about 5 ml or a teaspoon of soy sauce, or something. the flavour could be, it doesn't have to be bland. Use your imagination with this. A lot of people, when they're really cutting up, use cider vinegar for its metabolic boosting properties. There's lots of, the possibilities are endless. After my main meal, I get through to mid-evening, and again, hunger pangs hit me, but I don't want anything too calorific because I'm going to bed soon, so I'd opt for a whole grain, something like a rye vita. I'd put on maybe a tablespoon of cottage cheese, flavour it with a bit of black pepper, or you could get the pre-flavoured ones with like pineapple in there or something like that. And then I'll probably finish off maybe half a tub of cottage cheese because it's high in casein protein. Casein being the slower releasing protein, which will feed you during your overnight fast of about 7 or 8 hours. I also, before I go to bed, opt for a zinc magnesium aspartate. You might know it as ZMA, which is designed for lots of reasons, increase testosterone, strength and what have you, but it's also theoretically able to increase melatonin levels, which will help to send you off to sleep. And this is the all-important growth time. So I guess my final message is, if you haven't already, get some structure into your diet. I hope this has been of some use. Thanks for listening, and I won't leave it so long until the next video.